My dear friends, in life we realize that when things are freely given or when things just happen, we don't generally realize the value of these things. It is only when the things are not there, then we realize that, okay, it has played an important role in our lives. Similarly, the persons in our lives. We see there are many people playing different roles in our lives. And it is only when these people are absent or when these people do not do what they are supposed to do, we realize or we understand the value of their work. And that is why today's feast is very important, because even the smallest work has great value in our lives. Let's take, for example, if nobody volunteered to clean the surroundings or to clean the streets, we would see that our environment would be dirty. There would be garbage everywhere, and therefore it would be a bit of an obstacle for everyone. And that is why it's important for us to not only go by the externals, but also to understand the intrinsic value of the work that each and every one of us do. Now, today's first reading is important on two accounts. On first account, because of the word dominion, and second, because God instituted the day of rest. Now, today's first reading tells us that God gave man authority over the animals, plants, and the environment. And on many occasions, we see that we tend to misuse this word authority or dominion. It has been misused in order to justify the exploitation, the overuse of resources, and the inhuman treatment that is meted out to animals and the environment. But what is actually meant by dominion? Dominion doesn't mean to dominate. Dominion doesn't mean to exploit. But when God gave man dominion over the environment, it was a kind of a task given to man to be caretakers, to accompany creation and bring it to fulfillment. And therefore, my dear friends, when authority is given to us, there is this natural temptation in order to misuse authority, in order to use it, in order to dominate and to gain status. But we see that authority is meant to accompany and to bring to fulfillment. Secondly, we see in today's first reading, God instituted the rest. And therefore, Sunday is a day that we dedicate to the Lord, a day where we take rest from our day-to-day labor and dedicate it to the Lord. Today's gospel passage tells us about the life of Jesus. And sometimes we can relate this passage to our own lives. When Jesus went from country to country, we see that people followed him. Why? Because some of them liked his preaching, some of them wanted to be healed, or others just wanted to be in his presence. But the moment Jesus came to his hometown, what do we see? People started asking questions. Where did he get this power? Is he not the carpenter's son? We know this fellow. How can he do all these things? And therefore we see that Jesus was not able to do much over there because of the unbelief of the people. And that is why today's gospel passage emphasizes on faith, emphasizes on the need to put our faith and trust in the Lord. So as we participate and reflect on today's readings, we ask the Lord to give us the grace that first and foremost we may value the role that everyone plays in our lives, and secondly, that we may place our faith and trust in the Lord so that he may guide our actions and our words. Amen.